And of course, always. Okay, so before I start this, 3 points. No, before I start this, I just want to say, well, it's kind of a story of why I'm doing this video, but yesterday I went through. You may have noticed that I have deleted a bunch of my content. And that's because of Kappa. I'm nervous of what they may perceive as for children. I have designated my channel as for adults, so I took out most of the video gaming stuff except for what is rated M, so I know they can't say that's for children. I hit the Deadpool, I hit the Mortal Kombat X that's on there. Even though you and I both know that most of those weren't for children because of the colorful language I use in those videos. But I don't know how the protocol is going to work. Are they going to look at it, see Spiral, and like, oh, that's for kids, fine them $42,000. That's what I'm saying. I've also taken down all the cooking videos, the Michael videos, and some of the reviews that were for children's movies. I'm still going to do like family movies like Art of Racing in the Rain, but I'm trying to do more of ones that are PG-13 and up, which is why I've kept the Bill and Ted ones on there, also because of Keanuverse. Now, if they try to tell me Bill and Ted are for kids, even though I did watch them as a kid, they're PG-13. So, I'm thinking PG-13 and up reviews from now on, which leads me into sort of an announcement. December is officially canceled. Sorry. I was really looking forward to it, but I know I'm just reviewing movies. But you know my, if I was to get rid, I could get rid of, you know how I do my thumbnails? With pictures of the movie. I want them to see that and go, oh, that's for kids. Even though it says review on it. I don't want it, I don't want to have anything that will make them charge me $42,000 or something, which I could fight and say, hey, it's a movie review. It's nothing, I don't have any footage or anything in there, but, I'm just nervous. So, with that said, and December thrown out the window, I've decided that I'm going to go back to a subject I'm very familiar with. Horror. More specifically, Freddy Krueger. That's right. Nightmare on Elm Street reviews will be coming soon. Sometime today, actually, because I'm going to put in the first one here in a little bit. But for now, like I said, I went through my videos, was getting all the ones that I could be considered child-friendly, and I realized that there's a certain franchise, the first franchise I reviewed, by the way, hasn't had a ranking done for it. So this is that ranking. After about 5 minutes of explanation. And the ranking is going to be off the top of my head because I didn't write it down. Stupid me. Here's a pen. Let me write it down. Number 6. No, not my hand. But it's not even. So, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure I know the order I'm going to go with these anyway. Here are the ranking. This is my ranking for the Paranormal Activity movies. Number 6, Paranormal Activity 3. I know I enjoyed it a little bit more the last time that I watched it, but it's still... You know what? Let me redo that. Scratch that out. Number 6 is Paranormal Activity 2. Because I remember now that I was bored watching that one. Usually it's the third one I'm bored watching, but I really enjoyed it last time. This watch, I remember... I probably should have rewatched my reviews, but I remember it being kind of boring. So yeah. It's a good idea to try to further the story of this family, the Featherston family or whatever they're called, by having Katie's sister be the focus and being sort of a prequel, in-between quel, side quel type deal. But it's boring. Number 5 is Paranormal Activity 3. This has never been my favorite, but it went up a little bit. I think I enjoy it a little bit more. I think the 80s nostalgia that we're going through now is kind of gotten to a point where you know, anything that has 80s in it, you're kind of like, okay, that's cool, yeah, sure. So yeah, that's what this little 80s feel to it. I kind of like it. I kind of really, I enjoy the characters in this one more than I do the characters in part 2, except for, well, I call her Mandy, because that's what she is on Allie. I like the actress, but like, other than that, you know, not too much in there, but in the second one, but the third one for me went up a little bit because I enjoy them more. Number 4 is Paranormal Activity, the original. Because to me, it's never been my favorite. It's never been the best to me. It's a decent film, don't get me wrong, and a decent start to a franchise. It's your basic, this is what's going on, and then you build it with other, installments. So it works, with that in mind, it works as a basic story. And to me, you might see it on a lot of my rankings, the first one is never the best, except for Halloween. It's the only one that's never going to change that decision. Is Halloween's always, the original Halloween's going to be the best. And Child's Play, just remember that. So it's half and half, because I'll guarantee you, half and half, because, Friday the 13th, the original's not my favorite, and this one, the original's not my favorite, and I guarantee you that Nightmare on Elm Street one, the first one's not my favorite either. It's a good one, not my favorite. But yeah, like I said, a good start for a franchise. Number 3 is Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. Like I said before, I enjoy the last 3 more than the first 3. I know they're coming out with another one, but until that happens. But yeah, this one is it kind of went off the beaten path of what the series was about at this point, because while they mentioned that their realtor's name was Katie, and other than the child versions of those characters seen in video footage and towards the end, Katie's not really a part of it, which was promised to us. The return of Katie or whatever, but we don't really see her. Maybe they can get the actress to come back. I don't know. But to me, it's still, a lot more happens than in the first one, at least. So, yeah. Number 2 is Paranormal Activity 4. Used to be my favorite, but now I've, come to like another one more, and you probably figured out what that is. But to me, this is the first one that really has more going on than the rest of them. You follow a teenager, which immediately that's going to have a lot more going, where she has the party with a friend, she's still trick-or-treating with her brother and her friend, or boyfriend, whatever, it's never made clear. It's just a lot more going on when you follow teenagers than to adults who are just walking around their house like, what was that? What was that? Or sleeping in bed, what was that? And that's why the second one should have been more, because there was a teenage girl in it, but we still followed the adults. And then you got the third one, it followed the children, and there was more going on, but you still followed the adults. So you get to this one, and you're following the teenagers. So there's more going on. It's not shown from the parents' point of view, from the adults' point of view. It's camera or not, but the story is based with the teenagers. So there's a lot more going on there than there is. Why did I get into this in depth in my review? Than there is in the ones with the adults. I'm just saying, because teenagers and kids, they can do more. They know more about what's going on than adults have one certain point of view. Kids have another, and kids in their minds are way more open than adults are. Trust me, I know. I used to be a kid, and I still keep that open mind to this day. because I don't want to be some funny, dirty old adult. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, for my channel, I have to grow up a little bit. But yeah, number one is, of course, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. To me, this one has the most going on. Again, following two teenagers, even though they're probably already adults at this point. We're following two teenagers in California. They're moving around the town. They're not just in one stationary place. They go in like a grocery store. They go on the streets. They're playing hoops. They're going down steps. They're moving around the town instead of one stationary area. That's what I like. And that's why it's number one, because to me, it has the most going on within the film. Jesse is possessed. There's something going on in the apartment underneath them, and there's Oscar, and he killed someone, and there's so much going on that automatically, to me, that's the one that, you know, or I fall asleep watching the first three, and you'll probably doze in and out of four. This is the one that I'm awake. I'm not falling asleep. I'm concentrated on. To me, that's what makes it the best. So there's my ranking of the Paranormal Activity movies. Sorry it took so long to get out. Didn't realize I didn't do one. So there's that. And like I said, my explanation at the beginning for why some of my content's being taken down. I'm going to grow up a little bit. You know, review more adult movies. And my no stream's coming up. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you.